Voodoo. Somebody in Book of Hebrews, chapter 12, and verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh, which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? Father of spirits, Father of flesh. Spiritual father, father of flesh, biological father. All have two fathers. The spiritual father, which is the Most High, and the fleshly father, which is the biological father. So, in the Matthew 1:17. Before this is the Immaculate conception. The Immaculate conception is a lie, it is not real. The sign is very pregnant Mary and Joseph had sex to meet Jesus Christ. This is going to break down the Immaculate conception. The church is teaching us lies, showing who it is, the Immaculate conception is not true, it's false. According to the Bible, Jesus had sex with Mary. The book of Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 17. So all the generations from Abraham to David are 14 generations. And from David until the carrying away into Babylon are 14 generations. And from the carrying away into Babylon unto Christ, 14 generations. Can straight into 17, just straight pedigree of Joseph. And they're showing us that Joseph comes from the house of David. So that right now is really showing us that it starts with Joseph. So they're showing us the pedigree that Joseph comes from David. And that's what it is going to show us. And so, continue. Now, the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise. When as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Spirit. And they say on this wise, the root of her, the root was on this wise. What are you talking about? On this wise. So like I said, we was talking about, you know, guys, this is the way it happened. When they say in this wise. Just like this. This is exactly how it happened. Come on, this wise. Now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise. When, as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph.
Espoused meaning engaged. Espoused. Espoused. What you have here is espoused. Espoused.
That's it. You see how it's espoused?
Espoused like was engaged, right? Engaged, right? It says when his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph. Remember that, right?
His
mother Mary was espoused to Joseph.
Right. There's two meanings for the word espouse. One is adopt or support, a cause, belief, or a way of life. Or number two, to marry. Before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Spirit.
It was espoused, and it was engaged. Before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Spirit. And of course, by the way, have most like most is not correct. Most faith the Spirit. Bible is just the King James Bible is just 5 phases of. And most is one of them. At that time, like using most consign and possession controlling money. Pacify different rules and kind of things. Put it in Bible, but it's not very supposed to be spirit. How we know that's actually deep language. That's how the Bible originally means. So, we both not supposed to be spirit.
Okay.
Good. That's also how Mary was espoused. Mary and Joseph was espoused. Right? Before they came together, she was from each other in the spirit. Right? So before they came together, we didn't want.
Like so. Before they had sex. So like so, shocking up.
When Christians read this, what is saying before they came together?
But before they was having a relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend.
Remember that was espoused. So
right.
Christian read this. Hey, espoused, I was engaged.
Oh.
So before they came together, Christian, what does it say?
Or before they get married.
Before they get ceremony.
Right.
Before they get married. Doing the truth, it's not that in context here. Before they had sex, that's what I was talking about.
Come on, go.
Before they came together, it was talking about before they had sex. She was found with child of the Holy Spirit. Of course, we know that it says, the found people that had the Holy Spirit. Christ is the Holy Spirit. Of course, Bible says they have figures. So, let's remember that when Mary was espoused, before they came together, so the child of the Holy Spirit, right? So
here. Then Joseph, her husband,
right.
Come on, down.
Was espoused before they came together. So from the child of the Holy Spirit. Right now,
Then, verse 19. Then Joseph, her husband, being a just man and not willing to make her a public example, was minded to put her away privily.
That means what? There was having sex.
Come on, God.
So that is why before there was a spouse, but no, how you know, from the child into the school, they have sex with Christ. That is why after they sent Joseph for her husband. Okay, so, Joseph being a just man, not willing to make a public example, just like any other Israelites, they are settled down and they were pregnant with a sheep, they had showering, they were the ones to show the baby. That was not Joseph. The right thing was done. They go to this ceremony, had sex with the boys, then you was husband. But he didn't do it so. There's no second chance to make it clear. So, when you go to the wedding ceremony, you can have shadow private.
Verse 20. But while he talked on these things, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Joseph, thou son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary thy wife, for thou which is conceived in her is of the Holy Ghost.
So the angel, that is your wife.
Come on, God.
Before you say that, it was just a spouse, it didn't say that your husband and wife. Once you get that child into the spirit, you call their husband and wife. You are sex is marriage, according to the Bible. So sex is marriage. It's not something with man, it's his wife. It's not something to say to God. You know, saying that doesn't mean you're married. Sign a piece of paper doesn't mean you're married. Sex is marriage. So now, yeah.
And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushai, for he shall save his people from their sins.
She shall bring forth a son. Call his name Yahushai, of course, the Bible says Jesus, right? He shall save his people from their sins. So who is Christ? Christ is an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
God.
So his people are Israelites. So we came to respond to see his people.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure, I'm sure. Yeah. Then again, yeah, I don't know. So I'll change it. That kind of thing to me. So we'll do. I'm concerned.
Violence as the father gave him before he left.
Well, okay, let me explain that, right? This, right, so is okay, Captain Tazaria, right? Where everybody know him, man. His name is Captain Tazaria. And what people know him, man. What everybody know him.
Kemet Killer.
So again, so when his name was Captain Tazaria, but people just call me Kemet Killer. Why they just call me Kemet Killer?
That's not yes, sir. Because the reputation, destroying Egyptology.
Destroy Egyptology and then. So, so in this scenario, is the same thing, right? His name is Yahawashad. We call him Emmanuel because hey, God is with us. Call him that because God is.
His name is not really Emmanuel. His name is Hawasha, right? Or Christ, as the world know him, right? As Christ. Just like Captain Tazara, that's his name. We call him the Kemet Killer because he destroyed all them Egyptologists and them. Alright? So go ahead and verse 24.
Verse 24. Then Joseph, being raised from sleep, did as the angel of the Lord had bidden him, and took unto him his wife. And he knew her not till she had brought forth her firstborn son, and he called his name Yahawashad.
Yahawashad, right? And he knew her not Right? So again, notice that the angel was saying he took unto him his wife, right? He knew her not, meaning the first time they had sex, she got pregnant, right? And the angel didn't, remember before they called them espoused, right? They didn't engage. Remember the angel didn't call them espoused no more, they said wife, which means sex was taking place, right? Because sex is marriage as you all know it. Alright? So now, was Romans, let me give me Romans 1 and 3. Romans 1 and 3.
Romans chapter 1, verse 3. Concerning his son, Yahushua, our Lord, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh.
Right? And Christ is from what? What is that seed according to the Bible? When it says seed, the seed of David, right?
So yeah, come on. So
when it says seed, what do they mean? Seed of David. Right? Sperm. Right? So they say concerning his son, Jesus Christ, as you all know him, right? You know him as Yahushua, right? So concerning his son Yahushua, our Lord, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh. Again, David was just one of the prominent men in Judah, one of the prominent men and them in Israel. So they're using David, right? As the scripture saying, look, he will come from the house of David, right? And then if you read from Matthew 1 down to 17, they show the pedigree of Joseph, who comes from that seed of David. Right? So if Christ comes from Joseph, who comes from David, then obviously Christ also comes from that seed of David. Right? So just a generation. Right? So they're saying the seed here, of course, because why? Showing that hey, Christ was just an ordinary man. Came from the seed of a man. The Lord did not impregnate Mary. And that was normal, just like any other human being. Man and woman had sex, and then produced a child. That's how Christ came. Right? Come. Right, give me Romans 8. Right. David, Romans 8 3.
Romans chapter 8, verse 3. For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, the Most High sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin, condemned sin in the flesh. Verse 4. That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit.
Right. Who could break that down for me now? Let's start from verse 3. Start from verse 3. What explain that? For what the law could not do, and that it was weak through the flesh. Right. God sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh. Right.
Okay, so if I may, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
The law or the consequences of the law wasn't having an effect on us now. He wasn't studying what he was doing in terms of the sacrifice that we were supposed to feel sorry for what we do now. But the law in itself, or the letter of the law, wasn't helping us, or he wasn't paying it any mind. It didn't have any effect on us. It was too weak for us to really understand the cause and effect of what we do, and when we sin, the price to pay now. You know, we were just killing animals, so it was just it come like something normal. Nah, yeah, money. I could cut that. I could kill the animal like small thing. They ain't go to my pocket. as opposed to repenting and turning away from it. Yeah?
Right, so right? So what the law could not do, that it was weak through the flesh, right? Our flesh is weak, right? So our flesh is weak. The scripture says, so God sending his own son in likeness of sinful flesh. Right? Christ came the same as any ordinary man. The same sinful way as any other ordinary. That's how Christ came. Right? That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us. Right? Who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. Right? Christ came to teach us now. Spirit had the law. He came the same sinful way. Came the same way. Everybody just say, you know, people just say you're born in sin. Christ born in sin the same way. He born in just like how I born in it. You all born in it. But Christ taught us the spirit had the law. And our Christ taught us spirit had the law.
So like I said,
yeah, go ahead.
Could you go in a little bit more into what it means to be born in sin? Because Christians just say, you know, like you're born sinning, as opposed to understanding what they're really talking about. What the Bible really talking about when it say be born in sin, sir?
Well, remember when you're born and you enter the earth, the sin all over, so you're born in the sin that is all over you. That's why that baby open your eyes. Who's a homosexual, who's a pedophile? He will be born in it.
Yes,
so now what the child see now, child might grow up to be like that if he have no good parents to really guide him accordingly.
So
yeah, so Christ was that as the scripture says, Christ was that quickening spirit. Right? Christ came to taught us the spirit of the law. Right? That is what you know. Right? The Lord sent him the same way in sinful flesh. Joseph and Mary had sex, made Yahweh. Right? 1 John 4 and 5. 1 John chapter 45. Salakia. John chapter 1, verse 45.
John chapter 1, verse 45. Philip findeth Nathanael and said unto him, we have found him, of whom Moses in the law and the prophets did write, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph.
Right. Read it over again then.
John chapter 1, verse 45.
So remember this, what we're trying to prove is Joseph and Mary had sex with Christ, right? So we're trying to prove that they are the father, right? Joseph is his father, right? Right? The Immaculate Conception is a lie. The Most High or the Lord or God never had sex with Mary to make Christ. That is a lie. Right? So go ahead.
John chapter 1, verse 45. Philip findeth Nathanael and said unto him, we have found him, of whom Moses in the law and the prophets did write, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph.
Right. Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. So Philip and Nathanael, if people in Israel know that, hey, Moses write this in the law, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. You understand? So who is these Christians today to tell us that no, Joseph is not Christ's father? You understand? People in the Bible saying Joseph is Christ's father. So that means Christians just bypassing all these things here and just teaching us lies. They're not teaching us the truth about the Bible. Right? This Christians and them just don't know the Bible. The Bible says here, right here, Philip findeth Nathanael. we have found him of Moses. We're talking about back in the days now, but the New Testament we're in here. We're talking about back in the days. Right, in the Old Testament, we're talking about here Moses and the law and the prophets. Right, so Moses and the prophets did right. The Yahawashai of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. Understand? So them here in the Bible, they knew that Christ had a biological father.
Okay.
So they knew he had a biological father. Right? So Luke 2 and 48. Luke 2 and 48.
That's it. Luke chapter 2, verse 48. And when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou thus dealt with us? Behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorely.
Right, so Mary and all acknowledging that, hey, Joseph breed man, we make you. You understand? Mary and all acknowledging that, hey, Yahawashai, Joseph breed man, we make you. Your father and I sought it out. You understand? People in the Bible saying that is his father, so why does these Christians and they say no? You understand? That's just another proof to show that Christians don't know the Bible. So why does we keep going to these people and them and making them feed us witchcraft and Obeah and Voodoo? So that's all the Christian church is just full up of witchcraft, Obeah and Voodoo. You understand? So give me John 7 and 42. All the church need to do is just put on a show and dim the lights down low, sing, dance, clap, and teach lies. Well, John 7 and 42.
John chapter 7 and verse 42. Hath not the scripture said that Yahawashai cometh of the seed of David, and out of the town of Bethlehem, where David was?
So yeah, right, John 7 and 42. Has not the scripture said that Yahawashai, right, or Christ, right, has not the scripture said that Christ cometh of the seed of David? Again, the seed means sperm. Right, the seed means sperm. Right, David was the most prominent man, or one of the most prominent men in Israel. Right, in Judah, that is why they're calling his name. And Christ come from that lineage, come from David's lineage. He come from that house of David. Right? He come from the seed. And just a generation. And like if one of my grandparents, and if his name was what?
Johnson.
If his name was Johnson, he was the more, everybody know Johnson. Everybody from the whole lineage know Johnson. Understand? So I go say, hey, I come from the seed of Johnson. No. Johnson's my great grandfather. You understand? I didn't directly come from his seed, but the generation, he make that child make that child, make that child, till I was born. You understand? That's why they're saying David. David's one of the most prominent men in Israel. Christ come from his seed. Alright? So give me John 6 and 42.
John chapter 6, verse 42. And they said, Is not this Jesus, the son of Joseph, whose father and mother we know? How is it then that he saith, I came down from heaven?
Right. So again, if we read that full up, it was the Jews who was murmuring about themselves, you understand? The Israelites and them was talking amongst themselves, right? And read verse 42 again.
Verse 42.
You can read from verse 41.
John chapter 6, verse 41. And the Jews then murmured at him, because he said, I am the bread which came down from heaven. And they said, and they said, is not this Jesus, the son of Joseph, whose father and mother we know? How is it then that he said, I came down from heaven?
Right. So this is another scripture to show that the whole nation knew that Joseph and Mary had sex. You understand? So he tell them, I is the bread that come down from heaven. Understand? So them not really understand Christ when he was described, when he's the bread that come down from heaven, right? So them say, but wait now, but how you say he come from heaven? But you're not a biological mother and a biological father here. You understand? So everybody had known Joseph had sex with Mary to make Yahweh. And everybody had known that. You understand? The Jews and them had known that. Acts 2 and 29. Acts chapter 2, 29 to 30. Book of Acts chapter 2, verse 29. Men and brethren, let me freely speak unto you of the patriarch David, that he is both dead and buried, and his sepulchre is with us unto this day. Therefore, being a prophet, and knowing that God had sworn with an oath to him that of the fruit of his loins, according to the flesh, he will raise up Christ to sit on his throne. Right? You understand that, right? Basically the same thing. Okay. Right? Christ come from David loins, as God promised. Right? Christ came from David loins. Right? According to the flesh, he will raise up Christ to sit on his throne. Understand? When Christ come back, Christ is going to sit on the throne. David, right? Okay. We are Revelation 22, 16. Fantastic. Book of Revelation, chapter 22, and verse 16. I, Jesus, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. Right, so he's saying he's the root and the offspring of David. That's what what shall I say? He's the root and the offspring. Right? He's that generation. Right? He's in that family tree. Right, of David. And that offspring of David. You understand? So even Christ are not acknowledging, I came from a biological father. Even Christ are not acknowledging it. So I don't know why it is Christians say they believe in Immaculate Conception. I don't know where they get that necromancy from. Right? I don't know where they get that witchcraft from. Right? But Christians and them, right? You know Hebrews 2 and 16? Hebrews chapter 2 verse 16. If you want to see voodoo and Obeah and witchcraft and them things, go in the Christian church. There are plenty of Obeah and voodoo inside the Christian church. There are plenty of unfamiliar spirits in the Christian church. Right? Well, Hebrews 2, 16.
Hebrews chapter 2, verse 16. For verily, he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham.
That is 2 and 1.
So like I said, 2 and 16.
Right. So all I understand that he took off him the seed of Abraham. Right? Well, that read it over again.
Can. Hebrews chapter 2, verse 16. For verily, he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham.
Right. All right, so I don't understand that, right? Right. So basically, you just say took on him the seed of Abraham. Well, of course, this is talking about Yahweh Shai, right? This is Yahweh Shai they're talking about here, right? He took of him the seed of Abraham, not angels, meaning he came as a normal man. He came as no angel, he came as a normal man. Took on him the seed of Abraham. And again, Abraham was one of the most prominent men. Right, so let's talk about it. Obeah, right? Right? Obeah Voodoo. And so you all understand the Immaculate Conception, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Obeah and Voodoo. What I don't know about Obeah and Voodoo so far. Right? What I don't know about it so far, Obeah and Voodoo.
So I guess we know what to so far, they real.
Right. And what people else do in the world with okay, like people else use candles, they sacrifice cows, oats, yeah, animal blood. Some people else go in cemetery. Right? So whoever it is they do inside there, I don't know what it is doing there. Some people else play with chicken foot. Right?
Slack is it? There's writing name on like the enemy. Because they want to do something to send a spirit below. So there's writing name on a parchment paper and put it on that black candle. And then there's have like a room, right? So-called higher level, right? And there's buy rum for the demon and I buy work with a weed, marijuana for the demon and I already feeding the demon. Them are spirits. And then I get to see the inner part of the room where the gates is. So they're the key and they're knocking it and some of them homosexuals and bisexual and kind of shit. That kind of hallucination. So.
Some people just write their name on a piece of paper and paint in a frog mouth.
That's what the frog mouth.
Yeah. I mean, all of us go in the Christian church. You have to be a Christian to do that, eh? You understand? Because they're doing all that and they have no powers. You understand? More like what Christians do. Right? Christians that sacrifice cows and goats and all them kind of nonsense. You ask them what religion is? These are Christian. Even if they say they're atheists, they don't believe in God. They're a Christian because why? Christians don't believe in God. So the God who them serving or whoever they're reading, that is not God. Who's that? Who's that? God don't love everybody. God love one race of people and that's the nation of Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So even an atheist is a Christian. The Christians don't believe in God. Right? So again, the cucumbers. And some people just take cucumbers and put it in a black plastic bag, put it in the freezer, and they say that it's paralyzing. Right? Right? What about the sukunya now? The same sukunya is sent a ball of fire. The sukunya is sent a ball of fire. Right? I don't know if that's just a Trinidad thing or if that is international. Some a ball of fire flying in the sky. What?
Yeah, so like I say, they say that ball of fire is flying in the sky in the night and take off his skin on the outside and come inside the house and suck here.
Take off his skin outside and suck here.
Madness.
So what are you think?
If they throw salt outside the door and I come to the grain and salt, when they put on the skin belly.
Why here? It have couples. For example, I know somebody, his wife tell him, she has set up red spots all over she body. She said that's from sukunya. Sukunya sucks. I don't know if it's true, but know Sukunya don't exist. So if I was in his position, what I would have done is carry she to the doctor first. That would be good thing to do. You carry to the doctor. You understand? Because she might have had some kind of skin complication or whatever it is. You understand? Sukunya them thing do exist. So I'm gonna let you know now. You have a skin condition problem going on. Let me go by the doctor. You understand? You wake up one morning night and the wife had this responsible what she got. Take she by the doctor. You understand?
So like I said,
yeah,
she might have a Hohen schizophrenic
well, if
condition.
well, if the doctor say now, well, hey, you healthy, you know, you normal, then she have to be a whore. That be the next thing.
Good.
You can't be nothing besides that.
Good.
You wake up one morning night and the spots all over your body, and she says, "Sukunya suck you." And you see, the Levites and them, that was known for using medical herbs. The Levites and them was, right?
Okay.
It was known for using medical herbs. Right? You can't sweep your foot, right? Or put a horseshoe over your door to say that is good luck. Right? Or walk inside backwards. You see, when you walk inside backwards, that's take away evil spirits from you. Okay. Those things do exist.
Okay.
Again, the Levites and them that was known for using medical herbs. They know all the herbs. There are different herbs and chemicals they can mix up. Right? That is, if I treat on you, you might get paralyzed. If you mash it, some kind of thing might come out on your foot. You understand? Some kind of thing that you can strain, some kind of disease or whatever might come out on you. Right? These were these different herbs, and then mix it up. What was happening? The Levites was experts. You understand? Levites and them was experts because them knew all the herbs. You understand? Them when you pharmacy now, the tablets you taking is herbs they put in the tablets is herbs. You understand? I had the book. Well, if you look up the book, Serpent and the Rainbow by Wade Davis. Right? That was a white man who went out and do a research. He went out, did a research, and he found that Obeah and Voodoo do exist. This thing is just chemicals that are used. Those things do exist. Right? So the article. We'll read the article. I'm not sure I want to read it. This was two days ago. Just today is Sunday. Saturday. This was Friday. Right? Want to read it? Oh. Read that. That's in Trinidad, right? That's going on in Trinidad. Where?
Right. Police unearthed black magic scam.
What papers is that?
The Newsday, the Trinidad and Tobago Newsday.
That is the Trinidad and Tobago Newsday. I'm quoting from Trinidad and Tobago Newsday. Go ahead.
Police unearthed black magic scam.
Right, a black magic scam. Right, in Trinidad. Go ahead.
7 Indians to be deported as the art of practicing black magic in TNT has become the subject of a police and immigration investigation.
Right, so it has 7 Indians in Trinidad who practicing black magic. And who investigating them now?
The Trinidad and Tobago police.
The Trinidad and Tobago police and the immigration, is it? And the immigration in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? Go ahead.
The suspects being nationals from India.
So these 7 Indians, these 7 East Indians come from India. So 7 of them come from India, the country India, come across, you know. to practice black magic. And so go ahead.
In July last year, Newsday published a story about a woman falling victim to the scam, having paid money to predict the outcome of her love life.
Right, so these people who doing these black magic, they scam. They really have powers.
Thank God.
Again, Obeah and Voodoo, necromancer, them things don't exist. But these people from India, these East Indians from India, and come across here, right, to scam we. To say, because why she loved, what was saying, what she loved life?
Fallen victim to the scam, having paid money to predict the outcome of her love life.
Right, so a woman, right, was paying money now for about her love life, right, to these people who doing black magic from India, these East Indians and them, right? Not knowing they scam. They have no power, they just scam. Right? They say, I could do black magic, give me money, and I go give what you want to hear. In other words, that is basically about it. Whatever you want to hear, I go tell you, just give me money. That is basically what it's about. Right? So go ahead.
Scores of people had complained to the Newsday about being fleeced and in some cases sexually harassed by the charlatans from India who had set up shop on High Street, San Fernando, and the Southern Main Road, Chaguanas.
Right, so they set up shops in High Street, San Fernando. Right here in Trinidad. Right, so well,
school children and elderly women are their primary targets.
So that they're targeting school children and elderly women. Because, right? Notice they don't really say men. You understand? They say elderly women. And school children. Right? You know, school children around the time that is adolescence, you know, your mind is still learning, you know, still ready to show. You understand? And the women now, those elderly women, emotional at that age. Right? They're a little bit more emotional. Let's call it the teens. Right? So go ahead.
And on Friday and Saturday last week, police picked up 6 men and 1 woman on High Street in connection with the criminal activity.
6 what?
6 men and 1 woman on High Street in connection with the criminal activity.
They pick up 6 men
and 1 woman.
And 1 woman with the criminal activities, right? With these people who say they have black magic. Give me your money and I go here. You can hear what you want to hear. Right? Go ahead.
They were handing out leaflets advertising palm readings, protection from black magic, witchcraft, voodoo, evil spirits, obeah, and negative energy.
Right? So again, that obeah, voodoo, negative energy, witchcraft, all them things do exist because the people realize there's frauds. They're paying them money and nothing is really happening. People realize there's fraud. So I don't know why people still believe in obeah and voodoo. You understand? Because you hear somebody's voice change and turn heavy into a deep voice. I mean, come on, Nicki Minaj just change her voice anytime she wants to. Not that people just change her voice. That don't mean it's some obeah thing. You understand? So, go ahead.
The suspects held are from South India, and according to a police report, they told the police that they were spiritualists. On Monday, they were taken to the immigration office, San Fernando, where officers discovered that they had been staying in TNT illegally.
Right. So they come across here illegally. To prey on the weak. And to prey on the poor.
Oh God.
When I say poor, you know, don't literally mean poor, but we, you know, they're poor in the mind. They're not, you know what I'm saying? So these people from India, these 7 people from India, so I don't know why some storm done why mash up the boat and you understand? Just stay right in the sea. But anyway, these East Indians come across here to oppress the poor people. Right over here with their witchcraft and voodoo. But it doesn't exist because the people realize it's frauds because it's not working. They're paying them money and it is not working. Alright, so go ahead.
Attorneys Indra Binda and Shodan Mahabir were asked to represent the 7 at the Immigration Office, and officials from the Indian High Commission, Port of Spain, were contacted. The report said the matter of the Indians distributing pamphlets, especially to school children and elderly people, was discussed with Binda and Mahabir and the High Commission's officials. The Indians were released after airline tickets were bought for their departure on Monday. Immigration officials confirmed to Newsday that based on the interview, there were approximately 45 non-nationals in Trinidad and Tobago who were operating spiritual parlors in San Fernando, Princeton, and Chaguanas.
Okay. So these people and them.
Okay. Stop.
I'll just make sure you camera.
Come down, yes, sir. Alright.
Alright, so yeah, go ahead, Michael. Look.
Yeah.
Continue.
Stemming from that, a quasi-tribunal is to be set up in the next 2 weeks, comprising police, attorneys, immigration, to inquire whether there is any fraud in the alleged practice of black magic, palm reading, and fortune telling. The tribunal is to be established in the next 3 weeks, Newsday was told. In July, fraud squad detectives investigated a report from a prominent business family living in Gulf View.
All right, so in July, a prominent business, they investigated a call, right, from these business people, these prominent business people. Right, go ahead.
Living in Gulf View,
that is a rich area. Go ahead.
Who reportedly lost $145,000 in their quest, $145,000 in their quest to find a prince from India to marry their daughter.
Right. So these prominent business people in Gulf View is south, right? Right. These prominent business people in south paid these 7 East Indians from India $145,000, right, to find a prince in India to marry their daughter. Right? So those have to be some East Indians too. Right? Yeah. You pay $145,000. You understand? To get to find a prince in India, right? But again, they realize that it's fraud. That they're not, whoever magic, black magic, whoever they're doing it is fraud.
Okay.
You understand? So those people who get scammed now, them realize now that Obeah and Voodoo and them things don't exist now. Them go realize that now.
Okay.
Right? That is about it or the time more?
One more part. At about the same time, a woman told Newsday that one of the spiritualists requested $9,000 to save my life.
Right. So these people are just taking the money and saying my Obeah and Voodoo could help you. Right? Right? This going on in Trinidad. Right? them East Indians and then coming across here, right? Taking me money and lying to me, right? Making me hear what we want to do, right? So in saying that, but how I would describe that people and the other people, the ones who do in the Obeah and the ones who not doing the Obeah. No, we're not, them just find it, them just want help. What will you call them people? The ones who want help. The ones who want help. Remember? It's not gonna make it easy, right? There are people that praise on people. There are people that just prey on people.
Oh, God.
Right? There are people who are weak. There are people who are strong. And the strong ones will always prey on the weak. That is why they say there's mostly target school children and elderly women. So there are weak people and there are strong people. And the strong ones does always prey on the weak. Right? Right now there's some man or some woman who living in the bush, right? Who preys on the weak-minded. Right? Prey on the weak-minded. You understand? And they know those people who prey on the weak-minded, they know that we scared, the weak-minded ones. Them know that we scared. Right? Them know that we highly impressionable. Right? That's why they will go out and say, well, hey, just give me that and I'll get you are prince your daughter? Yeah. They know that we highly impressionable, They know that we weak. They know that we scared. Right? They know that we are afraid of the dark. They know that we are superstitious. Yeah, Zan. Imagine you're afraid of the dark. Right? And that man or that woman who knows we are afraid of the dark, or we're weak, we're scared, they're making money off of me every month. They're making $100,000 a month off of me. Say, hey, look, somebody who weak, I can make $100,000 off of this person a week. Afraid of the dark, the door closed a little bit. You hear, all the ambulance go and the squeaking noise. So I look, all right, this person's scared, I can make money off of this person. Right? There are some people that are scared when the lights goes out. Right? So you check the weak person. Right? Weak person who's scared that the light to go out. That weak person who should be Voodoo man will be a man for him to give him. For him to give him what?
Go ahead. Security, safety, a resolution, a solution to the problems. A so-called solution, sir.
A so-called solution to the problem, right? So, if I go to the Obeah man, I would want him to give me
a solution.
A board.
Yeah.
Right? I would want him to give me a board. Right? What board are you talking about? When about superstition, what board? Are you going to the Obeah man, the Voodoo man, you understand? Some people who weak and are scared of the dark. They're frightened of the dark, they're frightened to sleep. So I'll go let me know what the Voodoo man might help more. Because I'm scared to sleep. I'm scared to come in late at night. So let me go by the Obeah man for him to give me a God. What God is that I'm talking about?
So like it's an idol?
Well, I will give me more idol. Okay, he gave me a God, so what? Reminds by the Obeah man I'm going by, right? I don't know what it is that I'm talking about. Okay. Beads is one. House beads. House beats. Yeah, so give our next one. Another God that is there. Any other? Go. A horseshoe.
Oh God. A rabbit foot, sir.
Rabbit foot? What's that? I ain't never heard of that. What is that?
It's right around the next one.
What others do?
What's to take away evil spirits, sir?
Evil spirits, a rabbit foot.
Give them good luck.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The one you're talking about before is like when the chime, the one that made it funny noise.
The beads?
Yeah, the beads is called.
No, the beads like people. It's not curtain. Something like a curtain, you know? You could, but it make noise now.
Right.
Instead of a curtain, they had it. Those are the dream chaser.
Okay, yep.
No. Of course, you know these things are not poor, right? But when they go into the Obeah man to get these horseshoe and all these other different types of things, and they come like you, that is a sin basically. Because why? Why it comes like a sin?
Yes, sir. Because you're trying to put your trust in a power besides the Most High.
Yes. And the Lord say must not have no other God, right? Besides me, right? So I want to give me Exodus 20:3.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Right. Exodus 20:3, right? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Right? But of course, if you're putting up a horseshoe in front of your door to protect you from evil spirits, you come like if hey, that is your God now. You ain't studying the Most High again. You're studying the horseshoe. You understand? You come like if you bypass the Most High to go to something else to protect you. Right? Isaiah 45:5. Wait a minute. Isaiah 45.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 5. I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no God besides me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me.
All right. Go ahead and read it again.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 5. I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no God besides me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me.
All right. So the Lord is saying, hey, I am the Lord. There is no one else but me alone, the Lord. The Most High is saying that, right? And there's no other God besides me. Right? So if you're looking for a horseshoe to protect you, that is not the Most High. That is just an inanimate object. Right? That is all that is, right? The dream chaser that is have to protect you from dream. Right? The Lord say he's the onlyest one. Have no other besides him. Right? You know, Isaiah 43:11.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 11. I, even I, am the Lord, and besides me there is no Savior.
Right, so So even I am the Lord, and besides me there is no Savior. Right? So there's no other inanimate object that could save, right? Only the Lord. Right? Give me Hosea, Hosea 13 and 4. Hosea 13 and 4.
The book of Hosea, chapter 13, verse 4. Yet I am the Lord thy God from the land of Egypt, and thou shalt know no God but me, for there is no Savior besides me.
Right? So he said, shall know no other God but me, because there's no Savior besides me. Right? Of course, he's talking about those idols that people worship, those voodoo objects people just go by, horseshoe, the rabbit foot, the beads on the door, dream chase, catcher. And those things who we just make, who we believe is another God then. Without saying, nah, there is no other God besides me. No other God besides the Most High. You understand? So people who are afraid of these lights coming off, afraid of the dark. Right? I mean, if you switch off the lights, the same stuff could be inside of here. Right? If you close your eyes, the same stuff could be inside of here. Right? But there are some people who are afraid of the dark because they say what? Some ghost might get them. Some ghost might get them. Right? While some people who, okay, it has some people who grandparents, right? Some people grandparents died. Right? When their grandparents was alive, the grandparents died. Right? And they left them some nice big mansion, some big house. Right? But then people don't want to go there. Right? Because they think that the grandmother might haunt them, or the grandparents who used to live there might haunt them. So why other things people might think the grandparents go haunt them? Yeah.
Because they left evil towards the grandparents. All the grandparents was just some evil ass bastards to slap yourself.
Anybody else?
A major contributor to that too is because of the white man's television, the movies that he project on the television.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. That is one of them. Could be growing up believing that, hey, this and that exists. But mainly, there are some people, as I've just said before, you know, earlier in the class, there are some people who are weak. Right? But there are some people who are weak, yes. But there are some people who are they're wounded. Right? Some family member that they love dies. Right? What has really happened is people, the memories just haunt them. Some people who wounded, the memories just haunt them now because they really love their grandmother, their grandfather, you know. They're always there with them running up and down doing dance and play. So you know, one day this person that they really love died in this house. Now I can't go back in the house. And the memories go just keep haunting them. So a rocking chair might just be rocking. Because the breeze blow. Maybe a little smaller little quake. And you get a little smaller aftershock. So the rocking chair go rock. Them go sit away, boy, that's my grandfather who's sitting on that chair. And I guess my grandfather on that chair, boy. So they won't want to be there. You understand? All the demons could just be inside them and say, grandfather used to be in that chair and he always used to be rocking. So you imagine it now, the chair rocking. You understand? You just imagine it, hey, this chair Because their memories haunting them at the loved one. You understand? They're wounded. Right? Right. What about the knocking now? So some people that will be hearing knocking on the glass window, right? Because your nephew used to pound the glass window every day. You understand? Why get it time? People just do.
So like you said,
Yeah, go ahead.
is it plenty? Is it because people try to dodge their fears instead of overcome them, so they're using drugs and all kind of different prescription were overdoing it, and they hallucinating and they hearing certain things, and it's just the fear talking, and just evil spirits that tempting them because they wouldn't face the fear, overcome the fear.
Yeah, if you overcome the fear. Overcome the fear, repeat. It is what you just saying.
Also, like I said, there are people, right? Because they fallen weak to the fear, they wouldn't overcome or face the fears.
You come weak to the fear, they wouldn't overcome.
Using either illicit drugs, using over-the-counter drugs, but sometimes they're overdoing illegal drugs. So they're hallucinating. They're thinking that they're hearing knocking. You know? And it's just because they're not
because the drugs the one they're trying to say?
Yeah, so evil angels then tempting them. Because they're not facing the fears, then they're not trying to overcome them. They call them weak. So they're hallucinating that they hear knocking because they're just so afraid of everything. So they're hallucinating that they hear knocking.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be people who have done drugs. They'll be seeing things too, yeah. Like how when people high, what they say they'll be seeing? They say they'll see a green man in the sky. So yeah. Right. So give me Acts chapter 17 verse 22. And so sometimes it's just in memories what else haunts you, right? It's in memories that's haunt you. Your grandparents leave you a nice big mansion, you don't want to take it because why? You're afraid of a rocking chair? Nah, just come and get counsel. It's in memories of haunting you. You love the person so much, we understand that. But,
It's like it's a,
yeah.
So anybody find like that? Is it a good suggestion that to make the house the I.S.U.P.K? we go take care. We go make sure some blacks and Spanish lips.
Yeah, if you say that, yeah. You understand?
Okay.
Acts 17 and 22.
The book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 22. Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, Ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious. For as I passed by and beheld your devotions, I found an altar with this inscription, to the unknown God, whom therefore ye ignorantly worship. Him I declare, I unto you.
Right. Right. So I'm all understand that? Read from top again.
Cancel. Acts chapter 17, verse 22. Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, Ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious.
Mars Hill was one of the governments in Rome, right? Mars Hill. Okay.
Like I said,
You tell them you are super, eh? Right, hello?
so like I said, like Marcel is like a capital hill today. They have capital hill in Washington.
Yeah, it was one of the 7 hills of government in Rome, yeah. Well, where is superstition? Yeah.
Super 2 superstition, like I said, verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23.
Verse what is that? Acts 17 and 22. No?
Yes, carry on, carry on.
Mm-hmm.
Read from the top again.
Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Carry on, carry. Verse 22. Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, Ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious. For I passed by and beheld your devotions. I found an altar with this inscription, to the unknown God.
All right, so what does superstitious mean? You know what that word means, superstition. Superstitious. Right. Of course, right, so yeah, someone look up superstitious, what I mean, right? Of course, Athens was a Greek city-state, right? Athens was named after a god, right? That's how everything in Greek was named after a god. Your shoes was named after a god. Everything was named after a god, right? Hmm? I'm finding meaning yet, superstition.
Come on, God.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Merriam-Webster dictionary.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Of relating to or swayed by, of relating to or influenced by superstition. Right?
That is what the Merriam, what is that dictionary, you know, in Wikipedia?
Yeah.
What mean?
I do it.
With dictionary, with dictionary. What dictionary?
The Merriam-Webster dictionary. A belief or a way of behaving that is based on fear of the unknown and faith in magic or luck. A belief that certain events or things will bring good or bad luck. And another one here. A belief or practice resulting from ignorance, fear of the unknown, trust in magic or chance, a false conception.
Just want to start out. Where my square? That's it. All right, yeah, good.
One of the first definitions was for the superstitious, a belief or practice resulting from ignorance, fear of the unknown, trust in magic or chance, or a false conception of causation.
Right. So, what is superstitious based on? Right?
Like yes, ignorance and fear of the unknown.
Right. Fear. Right? Superstition is based on fear, right? And it's our precept for superstition, right? That is Proverbs 28 and 1, right? It says the wicked fleeth when no man pursues, right? And evil and generation seek it after his sign. Right? The wicked fleeth when no man pursues, right? You running and tell, yeah, go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 1. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion.
Right. So the wicked fleeth when no man pursueth, right? So it's nothing there while you running, right? Right? It's superstition. You see a rocking chair you're running. the lights come off, you feel Casper inside the house, so you're running. You understand? Right? Let's use our superstition too. Right? Because people in UPK, we don't say blessed, that's a superstition. Right? Crossing your fingers. Right? That is also a superstition too, right? You cross the fingers, people say that is cross for Christ, right? That's a superstition too. We do that, right? Right, and all these things are based on traditions of men. Tradition of men. I don't know the scripture, the tradition of men. Read the scripture. Yeah, read it now. Read it.
Book of Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
Right, so the tradition of men after the rulings of the world and not after Christ. All these superstition stuff, all them things is just traditions of men. Right, after the world, not after Christ. Right, so again, superstition, a lot of superstition things here, a lot of traditions of men. Right, that is of the world. Right, not after Christ. Right, necromancy, all them Obeah, Voodoo, bless. Them things is traditions of men. Them things don't exist. Sukunya, a buck, they say a buck is a short little man who has hairs all over him, and he has give powers if you feed him. What? Milk? They feed him milk. All them things, they're just traditions of men. That small thing we call a buck, just a normal midget man. You understand? Who hungry and say, give me milk and eat. You understand? I use that one. Where's the next one? Traditional man. You know the next one? Next piece up. Mark 7. Mark chapter 7. Start of verse 1.
Okay. Right. Mark chapter 7 and verse 1. Then came together unto him the Pharisees and certain of the scribes, which came from Jerusalem. We answer?
Go ahead.
Verse 2. And when they saw some of his disciples eat bread with defiled, that is to say, with unwashed hands, they found fault.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. For the Pharisees and all the Jews, except they wash their hands oft, eat not, following the tradition of the elders. Verse 4. And when they come from the market, except they wash, they eat not, and many other things there be, which they have received to hold, as the washing of cups and pots, brazen vessels, and of tables. Then the Pharisees and scribes asked him, Why walk not thy disciples according to the tradition of the elders, but eat bread with unwashed hands? Verse 6. He answered and said unto them, Well hath Isaiah prophesied of you, hypocrites, as it is written, This people honour me with their lips, but their heart is far from me.
That was verse 8.
Verse 6.
The 6 continue.
Verse 7. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. Verse 8. For laying aside the commandment of the Most High, ye hold the tradition of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do.
Right? So they had the traditions of men. Right? Washing the pots and cups and all them things there, right? Right? The tradition of men is based on fear and superstition. And like right now in Africa, right? There's some of them eating the albinos because people in Africa believe if you cut the legs off of the albinos and them and wear it around your neck, it will ward off evil spirits. I don't know if you hear anything about that. Right? People in Africa, we've cutting off the albino foot, their legs. If you cut it off and put it around your neck, it will ward off evil spirits. Right? So I just want to make an announcement. Mafquaya.
Okay.
He's now an officer of 50. He passed his test. So next week we go to do the all and the prayers when the captain here, right? Go sign Christ. So the rest of us just keep studying. I wanted to get into the REM cycle. And I wonder if I could so far as I can get into that REM cycle, right? It has some people say that they felt something holding them down, right, at night. And they can't open their eyes. And it's a demon. Right? Or some ghost. Right? But it's not a demon or a ghost, right? You call that sleep paralysis. Right? Sleep paralysis is a how to say that terrifying condition. Right? And it is very common, right? When a person is asleep, your body it paralyzes itself. When a person is asleep, right, is sleeping, your body it paralyzes itself. Right? That's why you don't get up and walk around in your sleep, right? Because you're paralyzed. Right? So even though you're running in your mind, you're not actually running. Right? In the dream, right? When you're dreaming and you're running, you're not actually running. Right? When you're asleep, your body it emits like a chemical that paralyzes you when you fall asleep. Right? And sleep paralysis. Right? That is the feeling of being conscious, right? but unable to move. Sleep paralysis is the feeling of being conscious but unable to move. Right? Sleep paralysis is when a person is falling asleep or waking up. Right? So they're falling asleep or they're waking up, meaning they're now starting to fall asleep or they're now getting up. Right? So in other words, between sleep and awake, and people just feel pressure on the side of the chest. People just feel something choking them in the attack, and they might say some demon, some ghost holding them down, and some larger bless or whatever it is. But it's just sleep paralysis, right? That's just how the body does work. Right? Go ahead.
Because that is happening with me. You know what I mean? Like not choking partner like that,
It might be something on the chest, your eyes might not open.
None of that it's just like you know you're awake, but it's not like I know some people just call it laziness, but it's just the body really tired. And you just can't come up your bed just so. You know, say just wait up. I don't watch it as nothing else but that. But some people like how the captain break down the part where the man feel like an angel, like you feel like somebody squeezing the head. Yeah, but it's really but in the spirit, but he don't know that. But some people put in that they adding things to them, like they feel somebody choking them.
and they feel like that and they want to touch the chest and all kind of madness, but it's really in the spirit world. What they can't see is some kind of something holding them down.
Yeah.
But it's not something that they could tell or they could see and say what they could put it on. This demon who look over, so he look like my mother. Some kind of thing say, well, my mother doing something to me. They can't see that, right?
You can't see that. That is sleep paralysis that's happened during sleep and week. Right?
Yeah.
Some people just feel pressure on them and they decide to check or somebody choking them during the attack. But it only lasts a few seconds or a few minutes. Right? It's scientists say like stress and trauma, anxiety, depression, all them things increase the chances of sleep paralysis. Right? It has something called the REM cycle. Right? Sleep paralysis is when a person wakes up before the REM cycle, right? REM is the stage of sleep where the brain is very active and dream does occur. Right? That's the REM cycle. When the brain is very active and dream does occur. Right? So sleep paralysis is when a person wakes up before the REM cycle is finished. So before it is finished, when somebody wakes up, that is when sleep paralysis is occurring. Right? So I'm going to talk about the time. Right? And so just a sign of that, if you want to mention, keep the studying, right? Keep studying, just keep writing on your notes every day. Hopefully everybody could become officers at the end of the Hebrew Academy. So, the REM cycle, so you understand that, right? The REM is, right? The REM is the sleep. Yeah. That's the stage of when you're sleeping and the brain is active and the dream occurs. Right? The muscles in the body is turned off during the REM cycle. Right? So your brain active, but your muscles get turned off. That is what I talked before with the chemicals paralyzing you, right? Your brain active, but the muscles get turned off, right? But the reason why they just do that is because if your brain active and they turn off your body, and you're sleeping but your body turn off, you might end up damaging yourself in the sleep. So that's why the body does make these chemicals to switch off your body. Right? When your brain active, so you won't damage yourself. Right? That's how people has experienced like hallucinations. Because remember the brain is still in the dream state. The brain is still in the dream state. That is when people see strange and unusual things. Hallucinations and sleep paralysis can be experienced in different ways, different forms. Right? One of them, the scientists has called is intruder phenomenon. It's one of them what the scientists has called intruder phenomenon. Right? Where people believe that they have company in the room, right, with them, and the other is called the incubus, a male demon that is called. Right? I hear about that already, the incubus. Yeah, go ahead. And the succubus. The succubus. Again, all I just see the sleep paralysis. Right? They have a word called, what if I get it correct, a narcopolsy. That's the correct way to pronounce it. I know that's correct way to pronounce it, right? But it has some people who have narcopolsy. Right? They may experience sleep paralysis more. I think narcopolsy is when people who will just be sleeping on themselves, sleeping on themselves. They're standing up, they're sleeping. That's what narcopolsy, right? So it's a lot of things that's called this sleep paralysis. That's how people seeing things or feeling things. I myself have my own experience of sleep paralysis now. So I trying to open up my eyes and my eyes couldn't open. Them time when I was in the world, my grandmother was a Baptist. So I believe some demon was on me. And you know, them Baptists and I believe in them kind of witchcraft.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I did my eyes can't open. I said, yeah, boy, demon take me. I'm frightened now. I'm frightened. Yeah. Eventually my eyes open. It was just sleep paralysis, you know. Problem was no fun asleep too because you know where them children like to make a set a loud noise, a loud unnecessary noise. So you're not trying to go and sleep and making a noise, you understand? And you're between sleep and wake now, why? You understand? Why? There's plenty of hallucinations that these people are not see. And then these sleep paralysis. So you see.
About 27 minutes past.
27 minutes past.
Okay.
Again, we give it up for the officer.
Right.
After I study hard, right? Wait, man, what do Lord have it both for you know? What are we become officers? Right? And so that we pass the class of peace and officer of 50 math band.
We are the I.S.U.P.K. The security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yahanna. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18:21 and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. Means tenth in Hebrew and is pronounced Ma'ishara. 10% of every penny or increase that the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation.
Good. Good.
Coming Holy Convocation, which is the Passover, 14th day of the first month, Saturday, April the 20th at sundown. Find this in Exodus chapter 12, verse 1 to 51, First chapter 23, verse 4 to 5, First Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7 to 8, and 2 Chronicles chapter 30, verse 17. Remind Akim and Akwakium to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If your brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, like shirt, like pants, like headband or scarf. All right.
Rise face the east.
Let's rise and face the east.
God. Prayers.
Going to say the Lord's Prayer. Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kwadash, Ayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwatka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Arataza, Kawa, Ayah, Ashamayim, Natan Lanawa, Lakam, Kad, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kabawat Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawat Yanawa, Wala'a, Tabayan Nawa, Banasaya 1, Abad, our Shai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahataparat, La'ai Walamyam, Aman.
In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Men of Israel, let's give the teacher one courtesy salute. Imajam Shabbat. Imajam Barak.
Shalom, Yahweh Shai Rakatham.
Yad Matar. Class dismissed.